Okay, and as Itchiku showed some of his work in the late 70s, in the early 1980s, he really began to transform the idea of surface design for kimonos, just very different kinds of patterns that he used, like these oversized hollyhock leaves was really one of the elements. The designs got bigger, they got more intense in color, and in some ways this may remind you of the 1930s pieces I showed earlier, but if you look at the texture of them, the texture is truly unique, and it's one of the things that gained him really international attention because this was such a different look for kimono. Women were falling away from the kimono, and he wanted to get them excited about wearing it in different ways. These are two shots from a fashion show he did around 1984 when he tried a different way to get women to wear kimono. He has a kimono that's worn very tightly tied. The obi is worn as men would wear their obi, not as women would wear, which is up here. And so that's down around the hips. It's pulled almost like a sari, but the rest of it, this tightly draped underneath element, and high heels, jewelry. These were all things you would never wear with kimono traditionally, but Kubota was trying to excite people to do something different. He also designed kimono that were used in no plays. Now, no is a traditional Japanese theatrical form of art. It's very, how can I say it? It's more than traditional. It's very hard to make changes in no, but one of the things that no is known for is fantastic costuming, very elegant, heavy costumes that are very colorful. And he was interested in the theater himself. At one point in his youth, he had worked as a theater designer. And so he created these costumes that could be used in no plays. And this is an example, one of the actors in a no play wearing one of his kimono, and this was the kimono that you saw in the opening slide of Mount Fuji and how it would be worn in the play. And then you can imagine when that actor turned his back to the stage, to the audience, you would have this wonderful, wonderful vision of Mount Fuji there. So this was another element that was part of his development of his technique of design with kimono.